I want to close on a personal note. A number of years ago, I was visiting the cemetery in Barnard, Vermont, where at least 6 generations of our family are buried, including my father, who died over 7 years ago now. It was a beautiful fall day, and as I looked at those gnarly old maples along the sloping moss-covered stone walls, I had a flood of memories of my dad and the Vermont traditions that he passed down to my sister and me. Hiking in the fall, deer and partridge hunting, ice fishing, pond skating, cross-country skiing, maple sugaring. I thought about how those same Vermont traditions and memories probably tied every single generation in that cemetery together. That what has united us as Vermonters since our founding has been our relationship with the land, our appreciation for nature, and our unique experience of the seasons. I'm also aware that Indigenous people who called this place home well before it was called Vermont have similar, even deeper ties to the land. My wife Joan and I are now raising a 10th generation Vermonter. I am motivated to run and serve my fellow Vermonters because I want to make sure that the Vermont we have all been so blessed to know and love can live on for at least another 10 generations. Whether you are an Indigenous person, a 10th generation Vermonter like my son and his cousins who are here, or a first generation Vermonter like my wife, we are all so lucky to be residents and stewards of this beautiful state. Right now, climate change is the greatest threat, an existential threat, to those traditions in this state we know and love. If we continue our fossil fuel dependence, current projections have Vermont's climate turning into one more like Tennessee or Alabama by the end of this century, a time when those children I just mentioned will hopefully still be alive. Those might be nice places in their own way, but their environment and traditions are not ours, and they are not what we should leave our children with. The odds may be long, but our future does not have to end up like that. Vermont may be small, and alone we cannot change the course of the global climate. No single state or country can do that. But we can meet our moral responsibility to step up and do our part. We Vermonters are not the type of people to shirk responsibility or shrink from a challenge. During the Revolution, when the shot heard round the world was fired and the first battles at Lexington and Concord broke out, did Vermonters say, "There's no way we can make a difference"? No. Ethan Allen, and I love that Ethan is overlooking us right now, and the Green Mountain Boys bravely took Fort Ticonderoga, securing cannon and mortar that turned the tide of the Revolution in America's favor. Or during the Civil War, we didn't say, "We're too small to make a difference." No. Vermonters signed up to preserve the Union and help end slavery, playing a decisive role in many battles, from the Wilderness to Gettysburg. And more recently, when civil unions and marriage equality was under consideration by the legislature, we didn't say, "We shouldn't do this because most gay and lesbian people don't live in Vermont." No, we did what was right by Vermonters here in our state, and we provided an example that rippled far beyond our borders, encouraging other states and nations to take up the cause of equality. When we do our part, as this generation of Vermonters, to confront the climate crisis and make our economy work for the working class, not only will our example make a difference here, it will again serve as a beacon and inspiration to others, casting light beyond our borders once more in the same way that previous generations of Vermonters have done throughout our history in response to times of great challenge and opportunity. In short, we can make a difference again.